I'm gonna need a lot of money, like, in the next, like, town area, because you could sequence break. Well, actually, come to think of it, you could sequence break. This is the first, like major thing you couldn't. Well, no, that's not true. But you could sequence break in Sharon and go to Trek, or you could sequence break and come here early. But when we get done with this area, the next area, we can sequence break and go to another town and get some really good equipment there. Like, I love how nobody, like, thinks it's weird that we walked into these people's house and just listened to a conversation between a 10-year-old boy and a 10-year-old girl. You know, like, it's not creepy at all, you know. I've noticed that I say "you know" a lot, especially when I'm tired. Well, to advance the plot, we've got to go... Is there anything in there? No, okay. We've got to go into the castle, and I forget if you actually have to make a wish on the Hope Ruby, but I do know that there's a scene in the castle you have to see. Get those. Those will come in handy. Hopefully I'll remember to use them. One of the things that I've got to say about myself when it comes to playing RPGs, I'm going to move my microphone and lean back here, so bear with me if you heard that too much. One of the things I've got to say about myself when it comes to RPGs that I think is a good thing is I'm not nearly as shy about using items as I was used to be. It's like, now I've kind of got this smoke 'em if you got 'em attitude, you know? That Mega Elixir doesn't do you any good if you're dead. I actually probably attribute that to playing through so many of the SMT games one after the other. Because items are very important in that game. And if you are shy about using them at the right time, you will die. So I have 1,956. Let's see if it actually deducts a coin. And it did! Nice touch, I think. So, I'd like to point out that this whole plot point we're about to run into is patently ridiculous. Like, more ridiculous than anything I can think of when it comes to the governing of a country. And that is a pretty high bar, considering this is a JRPG. They run their entire government from the coins thrown into a wishing fountain. Let me say that again. They run their entire government with pocket change. So, you have to see that scene to advance the plot. And when you leave the castle, the Hope Ruby saga really gets kicked into gear here. I always thought that was kind of funny, where that kid was like, he just runs and doesn't stop. He's like, nope, it's mine. So, Mark now has the Hope Ruby. So if you don't know the story of this town, they have some ruby mines that are up north there. You can actually go to the mines, but the plot does not dictate you to go there for a very long time. Well, not a very long time. A little while, though. And they've kind of dried up, I guess. The mines have. And because of that, their main source of income is now tourism. That said, I think wishing wells or wishing fountains are a poor choice for tourism. Let's see, let's do these guys. These guys don't have much more than 40 hit points. But that right there is what makes them dangerous. They don't really do that much damage, but they can paralyze you, which is bad. Alright. Back into Kirov. You know, hey, kid's bold. You gotta give him that. I mean, like, wouldn't that be considered, like, possibly treason? That'd be like going to China and somehow stealing all of their novelty gag made in China dollar store bullcrap manufacturing capability. Well, first of all, you can't do that, but second of all, I don't think a nation really, I meant to talk to this guy, not go in here, really doesn't approve of you taking their main source of income. So you just let her go. Notice this is a full-grown man, and he let a small 10-year-old girl go into the cave. I'm just, you know, full of monsters. I mean, sure. So anyway, there's a lot of really strong monsters in here. This place gave me hell when I first played it. I don't know why now, like, I'm not, like, really super sure why I got so lost here, but I got super lost way back in the day. Like, just couldn't figure out for the life of me. I was stuck here for like a week. Like 3, 4, 5 days just wandering around this place. This dungeon is actually really straightforward. It's just, it's so big and it loops back around on itself and all that. And it's easy to get, it is easy to get turned around. But I guess I just was missing door? Actually, I think there is a chest in that door down there. We're gonna go for that. And I need to use some... Kill that. Kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it. Flame spooks can use fire magic on your entire party. They're pretty dangerous. Thankfully, they are basically going to be one-shot with the Dew spell. Will-o-wisps use that plasma spell, have really high defense, so you've basically got to use magic on them to kill them. Dew is also really good on them. Long story short, Dew is just really good in this dungeon. Let's see. Don't worry about your MP because there is a refill point. I mean, worry about your MP a little bit. Now, there are ghost sword enemies and this ghost mail enemy, one of the neat things about them... oh, sorry. Trying to get comfortable again. One of the neat things about them is that they can drop really good equipment. Like equipment that you are not going to be able to... it's like way better than the spears. Like the swords drop a scimitar, super good. And I think the armor that the ghost mail drops is called light armor. So we just want to do here. See, we're doing like 4 points of damage. Just use water if they're in a group. Use flash if they're singular. Nothing too hard. Nothing too hard at all. Yeah, that's what I thought. Ooh, sword spooks. We're gonna use dew on these guys. They're not particularly weak to it, but there's a group of them. So. Ooh, I need to heal. Thankfully, that didn't hit Lufia. I have Lufia defend here. Wasn't necessary. Right off the bat, look at that. I've won that. Let's see. I've beaten this game... let me see. 5 times. I've played about halfway through it, probably 10 more times. I've gotten the scimitar... maybe 6 times. So it's pretty uncommon. Alright. But yeah, look at that attack power difference there. That's huge. Alright, so let's go ahead and use those. Save a couple for Aguro to use. Actually, you know, I should just be using my magic because there is that healing point. But, whatever. They're just potions, right? We're gonna get lucky and get a second one? That'd be nice. Actually, let's do this. This should finish him off. That way I won't have to go through a second round of this. So, high arrows and arrows, they hit a group of enemies, and bombs hit all enemies. So, you know. I don't recommend you go out and buy any bombs, but they're useful to have around. But you don't need to go buy them because you find some. I've got 2 of them, and I don't think you really need to carry more than 1 or 2, maybe 3 of them. Let's see. Let's go ahead and use high arrows. Of the 2 enemies, the swords are much more dangerous than the armor. But now that we've gotten that scimitar, very luckily, let's see. Aguro should be able to one-shot most of the stuff in here. Oh. There we go. And chest. Another speed potion. That'll come in handy later. High magic. Take the right here. Get this chest here. Get the second dragon egg. Wait, I forget. Do you have to